Maybe
It's
th
so
maybe there needs
exploitative.
to be a way to change that if these things are gonna exist, a way to make them more representative or fairer or like they
Yeah, but that does the problem is
unionize.
that doesn't make for good TV, so I don't think that would ever happen. I
No,
don't
or at
think.
least pay people fairly. So if you're gonna put them through these grueling things like Love Island or The Biggest Loser, make it
Yeah,
unionized, make them get paid more, give them royalties on
but
the shows.
it's I that's like, "Oh, I wanna open a pound shop, but pay everyone involved a living wage." Well, that doesn't work. You can't have a pound shop that doesn't involve, substandard wages or working conditions. Like, most of the stuff you buy in a pound shop is probably made by children or exploited people in other
Yeah,
countries
but
who are working in awful conditions.
The Biggest Loser, they were making more money than the pound shop. It was like they were making
Yeah, but if
billions
they
of dollars.
paid everyone fairly, if they invested the money and
Yeah,
time needed to properly address or properly address or deal with, in inverted commas, people's issues,
mhm.
that wouldn't make money. They'd be in the red. They would lose
Well,
money
maybe they
making that
wouldn't
show,
lose.
and that's why that would never
Maybe
exist.
that's a bit of a dramatic take. Maybe they would still make money, they would just make less money. Maybe that they could have invested some of the billions that they made from The Biggest Loser into giving membership and training support to gyms and nutritionists and personal trainers and personal care coaches.
Yeah,
Make sure that there were support groups for ex-contestants because there were hundreds of them.
but
They
yeah,
could have done
okay.
that and still
But they
made
could have, but they
billions.
would have had to have drawn it out for a year because you can't, people aren't going to lose
No, but
rapid
I don't mean on the
wage.
show. I mean after the show.
Mm,
Like, these
maybe.
things could have been paid for by the
Yes,
show
like
producers.
of course, there's room for production companies and for TV channels to do better. And Lucy Spraggan released a book last year. I think I talked about it on here before. She released a book which details her experience and her journey with reality TV and the traumatic experience that she went through with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like TV stations and production companies will now do better, but the very medium itself is exploitative. I think it's like trying to make abattoirs more ethical. And it's like I think the you just need to shut the abattoir down.
Yeah.
I don't. I know that's how I feel about reality TV.
Okay. So what are people gonna watch for entertainment?
Wednesday.
But with more fat people on it?